man's life, we as women, we have to go back foundationally. And the reason why, because God created us as incubators, we incubate a lot. And a lot of times we have to go back to our daddylessness. We have to go back to our rejection. We have to go back to the women in our family that taught us, baby, use what you got to get what you want. You know what it is. We have to go back.
Do you desire love but feel, what's the point? Do you find yourself in repeated cycles? Do you long to be his preferred choice, yet continually reduced to an alternative? No Green Beans, a woman's guide to becoming the ultimate 5-course experience, is metaphorically written to depict the woman as the dimensional dining experience she was designed to be, and not a mere side of green beans. This brilliant transformational writing challenges and compels the woman to discover her worth, position her worth, and present her worth to real men who desire, pursue, and capture. Pre-order your signed copy today at www.nogreenbeans.com.
Hey, y'all. Great evening, great evening, great evening. So I need you all to do me a favor. If you can hear me, right? Because I want to make sure we're not having any technical difficulties. If you can hear me, can you please put a 1 in the chat? If you could hear me, if you could please put a 1. Great evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I am delighted to be with you all. I haven't seen you all in so long. Personally, right? Personally. So great evening to everyone. Come on in, come on in. And as you are coming in, tag and share. Tag someone and share. Tag someone and share. This is certainly not just for the ladies tonight. It's for the gents as well. It's for gems, jewels, kings, and priests. Come on in, you all. Tag and share. Tag and share. Great evening to you all. Great evening. Okay, loud and clear. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. I am Atiya Samala, author of No Green Beans, A Woman's Guide to Becoming the Ultimate 5-Course Experience. If you don't have your copy, what are you waiting for? We're having another book review next week. Go ahead and grab your copy at www.nogreenbeans.com. That's www.nogreenbeans.com. Women, it is changing women and men's life. I have no idea what you're waiting for. It's literally a blueprint, y'all. So go ahead and order your signed copy on today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So tonight, you all know why we're here. You know why we're here. We are going to be talking about drunk in love, the intoxicators of dating. The intoxicators of dating. Thank you all so much again for joining me on tonight. And so I don't know if you all knew this, but did you know that there were actually 7 stages that the Surgeon General has that they put out regarding the 7 stages of intoxication? And so, I always get wisdom and revelation from everything. So I have something. We're going to take a walk on tonight. Don't forget to tag and share. Don't forget to tag and share. And let's have some dialogue. Let's have some dialogue on tonight. The comments are always open. Comments are always open. So when you heard Drunk in Love, when you saw the flyer or when you saw the title, what came to mind? I need it in the chat. What came to mind when you heard Drunk in Love? What was the first thing that came to your mind when you heard that? Did you hear, was it toxicity in dating? Was it, how to get over a toxic relationship? I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know because we're going to journey through some things on tonight. We're going to journey through some things on tonight. And before we talk about the intoxicators of dating, meaning the indicators of a toxic relationship, what are some things that we can get involved in that literally intoxicate us, y'all? They intoxicate us. They intoxicate us. So that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight. But before we do, I want to talk about the benefits, you all, of dating soberly, right? I want to talk about the benefits of dating soberly when you first meet someone. Why is that important? Why is it important that you date sober? Number one, when we think about sober, what is being sober? Sober is moderation. It's being alert. It's having wisdom. It's being quiet. It's being present, right? That's what being sober is. I don't have any mood altering substance. Right? I don't have anything that's altering my mood. I don't have anything that's, altering my mind. I am in this thing soberly. Soberly. So again, what are some benefits of dating soberly? Number one, when you date soberly, you all, your decisions aren't influenced by anything else, right? Your decisions are not influenced by anything else. What is anything else that I'm talking about? The intoxicators of dating. Let's put some in the chat. What are some things in dating that can really intoxicate us, right? What is it? It's money for some, right? It's sex, right? It's lack of discipline, lack of restraint, right? It's our emotions, ladies, and sometimes gentlemen. It's our emotions. These are all intoxicators. What about control? What about manipulation? All of these things are intoxicators in dating. Okay, they're all intoxicators of dating. And the benefit of dating soberly is that your decisions are not influenced by sex. Your decisions are not influenced by how much money he has, or sometimes, gentlemen, how much money she has and how she can hold you down. Our decisions are not based off of that. Our decisions are not based off of our emotions where there is no sobriety. So when you date soberly, you remain in control. And Whenever you hear me say in control, you all know what it is that I stand for. And so certainly we are a community here of women that understand our value, right? And so once we understand our value, then we know clearly that we're not manipulating men, because that's not operating from a place of value. So anytime you hear me say that, we are not talking about manipulation and control. What we are talking about is being in control of yourself, okay? Being in control of yourself. So another benefit of dating soberly is you can date with head and heart. Head and heart. Ladies, I need to talk to us for a moment because we're really good for this. Just eyes wide shut, with no discernment, no discipline, just letting our emotions lead us. And a lot of times, where do they lead us? They lead us to a dead end. They lead us to our heart being broke. They lead us to us creating something that is really not, right? Because we're in our emotions. They lead us to, we're making someone our boo or our husband the first time we go out with them, and they really just trying to get to know us. So there is an importance with ladies being reserved with your emotions, thinking and dating with head and heart, dating with head and heart. And also a benefit of dating soberly is you have discipline and restraint. You have discipline and restraint. So you're not being driven. You're not being driven by all of these other intoxicators that really cause us sometimes to do what, y'all? To make the wrong decisions, to go around in cycles over and over and over again. And then we get to the place, oh my God, I'm just tired of men. I'm tired of women. There's no one good out here. That's not really the case. The fact of the matter is that we're coming from a different source. We're coming from a different source that a lot of times is not dating with sobriety, right? Not dating with sobriety. So now that we have the benefits of dating soberly out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I had so much fun, you all. Creating this. I had so much fun. So number one, we're talking about the 7 stages of intoxication. If you were to literally go on the Surgeon's General website, you will literally see that there are 7 stages of actual intoxication, from the time you take that first sip of wine all the way to the end, which could cause a lot more damage and results. So number one, the first stage of intoxication, I need y'all to come on in here, tag and share, because it's getting ready to get good, y'all. The first stage of intoxication is sobriety, right? The first stage of intoxication is sobriety, or low level intoxication. That means that you're moderate. You take a sip of wine, or you have one drink. So it's moderation, you're alert, you have wisdom, right? And you're present. So normally, if a person has consumed 1 or less drinks per hour, they are considered sober, right? They're considered sober. So let's bring it to the dating phase, right? So right now, you just meet someone, this should be the foundation, you all. As I just said, this place right here should be the foundation when we're dating and dealing with one another soberly. Nothing too heavy, because clearly when we first meet someone, right? Just keep it a little light and chill, right? Keep it a little light and chill instead of just downing shots, right? Take your time, sip, right? And, don't down. Don't just take shot after shot after shot. Be able to be in the moment and enjoy the moment. That's what restraint is all about, you all. How many of you can attest? You know how many times or how much trouble we get into simply because we cannot slow down. We don't have enough restraint just to allow things to go with the flow. We try to push things and we try to make things happen. Sweetheart, gems, jewels, kings, and priests. If it does not fit, please, I beg of you, do not force it. I need that in the chat. If it doesn't fit, we are not going to force it. I need to say it again. If it doesn't fit, we're not going to force it. Because when you understand your place of value and you understand who it is that you understand the importance of having someone that is compatible with you. So clearly, you're not trying to force anything and make things happen. we don't do that. That's just something we do not do because it's a waste of time and it's not the best use of our space, right? So the first time in dating, this sobriety level, right, which is our first stage, this is the time that we should be dating one another, getting to know one another, and dealing with one another with head and heart. Okay, so I need somebody to put these stages in this chat for me. So the first stage is sobriety. The first stage is sobriety. We're here. We both understand what it is that we're doing. I see you, sweetheart, and you see me for who it is that we are, right? First stage is sobriety. And again, this is the foundation that we should be dating. Everyone should be at a place of sobriety when dating. Everyone should be at a place of sobriety when dating. The second phase, okay, and I need someone to put this in the chat, is euphoria. Euphoria. The second stage of intoxication is euphoria. What is euphoria? It's one of my favorite words. I'm a wordsmith. I love, love, love words. Euphoria is ecstasy, you all. It's excitement. It's exhilaration. It is bliss. You know how you meet someone and you like, hunty, oh my goodness. Let me tell you, it's that phase where it's ecstasy, it's excitement. You all are excited about one another. So, what does it say? If a person has generally consumed two or more drinks, two or three drinks, right, then they'll enter the euphoric stage of intoxication. Right? There's 7 stages, you all. We're on number 2, which is euphoria. They enter into the euphoric stage of intoxication. And what are the symptoms, right? What are the symptoms when you've entered into a euphoric stage with someone? Okay, so you meet someone, you all are dating, y'all vibing, y'all meet soberly, right? So no one's already drinking at the house before you meet. Right? So you have an opportunity to engage with one another, right? And so then, you killing, you like, let me see. I kind of like this. I like it. So then that's the excitement and that's the exhilaration and it's the bliss. And some of the symptoms for this, you all, is an increase in chattiness and confidence. Okay. And so how many of you know when you get a drink or you take a drink or two, normally this is when the introverts come out. Right? So when you have a drink or two, this is the time where the introverts come out. This is the time where you cannot get a word out of them. But if you get 2 drinks in them, then the chatter will increase, right? They become more confident. They become more confident, decreased shyness. They become out of their shell. Translated to dating, when you're in this phase, right? So your communication is growing. There's an increase. Your communication is growing. Your comfortability with this person is growing. It's like, yeah, I like this. And so, yes, we were dating soberly. So now, we kind of kicking it. There's some excitement. There's some bliss. It's like, I kind of feel this connection going on, right? Okay. And so now I begin to be a little more comfortable. So now this is the time maybe I may be feeling comfortable to share a little bit more with you. I don't share too much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not open books, right? We are not open books. And I tell the ladies all the time, even in No Green Beans, you should be a mystery, my love. A man should not be able to look at you and figure you out. And I don't mean in a sense of playing a game. I don't mean that. What I am saying is that women, we should be intriguing. Do you not understand that men, they love a challenge, but they also like to be intrigued? That's what my book is about, No Green Beans, a woman's guide to becoming the ultimate 5-course experience. The whole book, the whole premise of the writing, ladies, is to present yourself to a man in such a way that he will be able to feast off of the dimensions of you, the 5-course of you, and not a side of green beans, which is sex, right? So once you're in this place, you can have a man literally feasting off of you like this, just by your conversation, just by the way you carry yourself, just by the way of what you don't do. Right. And so this is where the communication is growing. You're feeling confident, right? The masculine and the feminine, is it's like kind of an ebb and a flow. And I need to put a pin in it. I'm going to talk to the men for one moment. Because I've heard several men say, I don't know, she's just too hard, or, she's just too masculine, right? And ladies, right? I know sometimes you probably met a man, you've met a masculine man, right? And what happens, ladies, when we're in the presence of a masculine man? I don't know about you, but when a woman is in the presence of a masculine man, the femininity always automatically just responds. It does. It literally does. And vice versa. When a man is in the presence of a feminine woman, then his masculinity rises. His masculinity rises. And sometimes, ladies, a part of that is because we're very guarded, and we don't want to ask for help. And we don't want to, I got it. Well, after a while, that's not activating a man's masculinity, right? Because you have to be in your feminine to activate his masculinity. We're not talking about that tonight. That's a different story for a different day. Okay, so again, some of the symptoms also include decreased shyness. So now you're extra flirtatious. Right? When you get 2 or 3 drinks, you come out of your shell. You're extra flirtatious. But also, what is happening, right? In forms of dating, this is the place, you all, where your boundaries, right? Although you still like someone, I need y'all to lean in because we're going somewhere tonight. I need y'all to roll with me. I promise we're going somewhere. So although you liking him, you're feeling each other, you're digging her, this is also where the boundaries should still be intact. You should still, although there's an attraction, and it's probably a little more than attraction, there's chemistry, right? And you all are feeling one another, the bliss, the euphoria. In this euphoric stage, it's okay to have those feelings, but can I tell you, you still need to remain sober. You still need to remain sober, right? Because this is the place where the boundaries can be loosened if, in fact, you're not really paying attention. We're going somewhere. We're talking about drunken love. How do we get from sobriety to fully intoxicated where we don't remember anything? How do we get to that place, right? And so the third stage, if someone can put it in the chat, please. The third stage is excitement. The third stage of stages of intoxication is excitement. So at this stage, you would probably have consumed about 3 to 5 drinks. And at this time, a person will begin to experience emotional instability, right? Emotional instability with this level of euphoria, with this level of excitement, the third stage. And so at this point, they will begin to experience emotional instability and a significant loss of coordination, which means, what is my coordination? My coordination is my skill. It's my expertise. It's my direction. So clearly, when I'm at this stage, right, in the level of intoxication, I'm no longer sober. I'm no longer sober. At this stage, there's some emotional instability and it's a significant loss of coordination. Other symptoms include a loss of judgment. Oh, goodness. Okay, so in this stage, this phase right here is very, very important, you all. It's very important because there's a lot happening. There's emotional, so you've already given your emotions, but now at this level of intoxication, because why? Because there's been no boundaries. You didn't know how to say, "I've had enough to drink." Oh goodness, you didn't have the restraint, right, to say, "I'm going to slow down for a minute, hold on the shots," right? This is why a steady pace is very, very important. So at this stage, other symptoms include a loss of judgment. And what is your judgment? It's your conviction. It's your reasoning. It's your memory. What happens at this stage in dating where you lose your boundaries? You've compromised your boundaries. This is the stage that you've compromised your boundaries. We were just sober, right? We were just sober. But if we don't go through, you all, when we're dating with head and heart, there are different levels of euphoria. There are different levels of connection. We're talking about the 7 stages of intoxication. Now, I'm literally using alcohol here, but we're also aligning it to dating. So at this stage, you've let your guard down, right? You've let your guard down. Your friends are like, okay, that's enough. Slow down on the drinking. And pass the shots, pass it, right? Pass it. Your friends are telling you, okay, bro, I know you like her, but just slow down a little bit, right? Your friends are telling you, and they're not hating on you. They're not jealous. They just trying to say, I know you say she a good thing. That's good. I love it. But just slow down for a minute. Just watch it. Just let it be consistent a little bit more, right? Let it be consistent. And so at this phase, there's a loss of judgment. There's a loss of your conviction and your reasoning. And what does that mean? That means that the things that I would do that when I was sober, the judgment, the clear judgment that I had when I was sober, now at this phase, it's compromised now. Oh goodness. At this phase, it's compromised. My conviction and my reasoning is compromised. I mean, my foundational truths that I've set for myself. If I say that, disrespect is not permissive in any way, what happens is there's a loss of judgment, because although he or she, they're not hitting me, and bro, she's not scratching you while you going out the door, and insist, he's not hitting you or putting you in a chokehold yet. But what happened was your conviction and your reasoning, when you heard how angry he was and how he disrespected another woman, you overlooked that. Your loss of judgment was off. You compromised your boundaries. And so the moment, oh goodness, the moment that he spoke to you in a way that made you feel uncomfortable, sweetheart, you never addressed it. We're talking about loss of judgment. We're going somewhere, you all. We're talking about the stages of intoxication. We're talking about the stages of intoxication. How do we get from sobriety to death? And I'm not getting ahead of myself, because the last stage of intoxication, you all, is death. Oh goodness. So what happens? There's a loss of judgment and memory. Okay, so you've compromised your boundaries. Disrespect is permissive, right? Because you say, oh, it's not that bad, right? You say, oh, he was a little intoxicated, he didn't mean it. Right? If you have, a desire, if you're non-negotiable, let's just say you're, one that has ascribed to sexual purity, right? And so at this phase, he's saying, oh, I love you, baby. We like that. We gonna get married. I'm really looking at you like I really want to settle down with you, like you the one. And so what happens is that you compromise your standard because of loss of judgment. Why? Because now you're intoxicated. You're intoxicated now, and you're not thinking soberly. We're going to get married anyway. You compromise your standard. You ignore the things that should have been addressed. You ignore the things that should have been addressed. So now what do we do? Okay, I'll compromise. I didn't really want to do it, but we're gonna get married anyway. We're gonna be there anyway. So now what happens is, you have sex to keep him or her around. And so once you've compromised your boundaries, and 9 times out of 10, they're still gone, right? They're gone anyway, right? Because you've compromised your boundaries. If you have non-negotiables, they should not be compromised. Your non-negotiables are different than your desires. Your non-negotiables are not open for compromise. And normally there shouldn't be a long laundry list. Your non-negotiables should probably be 1 to 3 things, right? But then your desires can be more than that. But your non-negotiables are things that I'm just not going to deal with. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You should definitely have those. And when you have your non-negotiables, then you should not have those compromised for anyone. You should not have those compromised for anyone. So what else happens? It's a loss of memory now. We're talking about the third stage. It's a loss of memory. We don't remember anything that happened the next day. They get amnesia when they start mishandling you, right? They get amnesia when things, come up and they kind of ignore it. They get amnesia when they gave you the short end of the stick, right? And things are just supposed to have been forgotten because you didn't allow or set the boundary. We're talking about the stages of intoxication. How do we get from sobriety to death? How do we get from sobriety, from being clear, from being present, to you not even remembering what happened and now it's death? How in the world do we get to that phase? Because somewhere along the line, you gave up your sobriety. You gave up your sobriety. What is another symptom of this level of intoxication? Another symptom is vision problems. You're blurred. Your vision is blurred now. You're not really seeing things for what they are. Like, so now, you borderline being played now, right? You're borderline being played, but because your vision is blurry, you're not able to see. You've seen the red flags. It's red, but because your vision is blurry, you can't really see. It's almost green, right? So you don't really address it. You overlook it because your vision is blurry. Your vision is blurry. That's a stage. That's a symptom of this level of toxicity, of intoxication, blurred vision. You're not seeing things for what they really are. It's right in your face, but you don't see it. Your friends and your family is like, you really going to continue to let that happen? But your vision is blurry. Let what happen? It wasn't that bad. Let what happen? Oh, y'all tripping. Your vision is blurry. You're intoxicated. You are intoxicated. You're not seeing through a lens of sobriety, but rather intoxication, which means toxic. So now it's whatever. I mean, you just get used to it, whatever. Another symptom is a loss of balance. What is another symptom of intoxication? It's loss of balance, loss of your stability, right? Loss of balance and loss of your stability. So now a lot of times, you all, this is the stage of manipulation, right? This is the stage that either you're doing the manipulating or you are being manipulated, because it's a loss of balance. I'm off. And a lot of times people can see that and they take advantage of it. They take advantage of it. Another symptom is drowsiness. You're almost in a state of sleeping. You're unconscious. You're lethargic. You're present but absent. Anything goes. Anything goes. And now we're at the place now, I'm not even trying to hide the disrespect. I'm not even trying to hide how we fight like cats and dogs. I'm not even trying to hide the fact that I told you that I was leaving my husband or my wife 5 years ago and I'm still going home every night, right? I'm not even hiding that anymore. Why? And it's okay, because we're in a state of intoxication. We're in a state of intoxication. So number four in the 7 stages of intoxication is confusion. Oh my goodness. It is confusion. Confusion. The state of intoxication is marked by emotional outbursts and a major loss of coordination. So when you're in this level of confusion and intoxication, you're confused on what to do. Not because you don't know what to do, but because your mind is cloudy, but because you are literally intoxicated. You're way far from sobriety. People looking at you like, okay, now I don't know what is going on with you. It is not that serious. This is where you are. You confused. Do I stay or do I leave? Not because you don't know what to do, but because you psyched yourself out, because you're so intoxicated, right? You're not using sound judgment. So I know they aren't right for me, but I know I shouldn't be going with him, but I know I don't really know him, but I know he keeps doing it over and over, but the makeup sex is out of this world. And so what does that do? It creates a cycle that goes around and around and around and around and around. So now it's a toxic place now. So now neither of you are happy unless there's disrespect going on, unless like there's nothing there. There's nothing there. This is the state of confusion. He or she, again, the state of confusion, have been telling you, selling you false dreams. And because you're confused, you keep listening to what a person says versus what they do. And then you get upset with yourself and you get upset with him and you get upset with her. And it's none of their fault. It's no one's fault. You are in a state of confusion. And they've been telling you for years, this is going to happen. Shooting the breeze, selling wolf tickets, When are you going to get sober? Wake up. Wake up. Because this confusion is in the state of sleep anyway. It's time to wake up. Stage number 5. Oh, goodness. This is called a stupor. Stage number 5 is called a stupor. And at this stage, you all, the person no longer responds to the things that's happening around them or to them. Wow. Wow. At this stage, wow, this stage of stupor, the person no longer responds to the things happening around or to them. They're numb to it. Have you ever been in a situation and you've just become numb to the pain? You've become numb to the hurt. You've become numb to the disrespect. You've become numb to someone mishandling you. At stage number 5, for the stages of intoxication, you all. Number 5 is stupor. The person at this stage, they won't be able to stand or walk. They may completely pass out or lose control over their bodily functions. They're numb to the toxicity, to the abuse, to the disrespect. And at this point, it's a vicious cycle. They're numb to it. They're not even thinking about. I can't even fathom thinking that I'm worth more. I'm numb to it. I can't even think that God has anything better for me because I'm numb to it. Wow. I can't imagine. I can't imagine myself with anyone else because I'm numb to it. Because he or she told me basically no one else would ever want me. I'm numb to the mental manipulation. I'm numb to the emotional manipulation. I'm numb to the fact that everything is put on me when I'm the one that's mishandled. Everything is put on me. I'm emotionally manipulated and I'm psychologically manipulated and abused to thinking it's my fault. I'm numb to it. I'm numb. So I know it's not for me. I know it's not right for me, but I don't know how we have children. I mean, he's my kid's dad. That's my children's mother. We've been married for so long. Numb to it. You're numb to him coming in the house all times of the night if he ever comes home. You're numb to the fact of she just keeps lying and being deceitful. You're numb to it. But because her sex is out of this world, priest, you're numb to it. I'm not going to even confront it. I'm tired of arguing. Wow. You're numb to it. I'm tired of it. It's nothing going to change. But you don't make the change to do something different, which is remove yourself because you deserve better. You're numb to it. We're talking about drunken love, the intoxicators, things that intoxicate us, the stages of intoxication. Number 6 is a coma, you all. Number 6 is a coma. Now, this stage is extremely dangerous because at this point, a person's breathing will be extremely slowed and their blood circulation. So that means this relationship, wow, is stressing you out so bad. It's causing your hair to fall out. It's stressing you out. It's putting your pressure up. You having a stroke in the hospital. You can't take care of your kids. You're in a coma. You're not even coherent. This intoxicator, this intoxicator, this euphoria going bad. This euphoria with no balance. This euphoria with no sobriety. has you acting outside of who it is that you are. I'm in a coma. My children is in the back seat and I'm riding around the city looking for him and he's with another woman. You're in a coma. You're in a coma. He's with another woman and you're stalking his page and both of them, you're in a coma. Gentlemen, you know you're not the only one. You know she's using you for your money, but you're intoxicated with sexual prowess. You're in a coma. Oh my goodness. You're in a coma. You're in a coma. And this is where you feel like I cannot live without this person. This is where you feel like if they moved on, now you want to cause havoc in everyone's life. They're going to feel the same pain that I feel. You feel like you can't live without this person. Never mind the stages, never mind how it went from sobriety to being stooped over, to being, loss of memory, blurred vision. Never mind that. But now I can't live without this person. Now I can't live without this person. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. And I'll be the first to tell you, matters of the heart are serious. That's why the scripture says to guard your heart, y'all. That's why. This is why. Guard your heart. These are the intoxicators. These are the stages of intoxication when we're not sober. When we don't have enough restraint to say, let's put the brakes on and let's really see what's going on here, right? We're just taking the shots down. We're just taking them down. And then you look up. You're like, how did I get here? How in the world did I get from sobriety to me not even feeling like I want to live? Oh, God, because they're not around anymore. How did I get to this place of jealousy where I cringe and I can't even stand to look at another man or another woman? How did I get to this place? How? Where is my sobriety that I feel like I cannot live without a person? Where is my sobriety? Where is my sobriety that I've put all of who I am in a human being? Where is my sobriety that I gave my whole life, that I gave myself, that I gave others permission to do what it is that they desire to do to me? Where is my sobriety? Where's your sobriety? Where is your sobriety? Where is it? And then the final stage, you all. The final stage is death, literally. Someone can literally die by too much alcohol in their bloodstream. And at this level, the blood alcohol level, 0.45% or above, a person is likely to die from alcohol intoxication. Now, I need y'all to hear this. It said it may seem like a person has to drink a lot to get to this stage, but if a person drinks very quickly, they can get to this stage not before long. So there's a point of death. Some literally commit suicide. I've not seen so many rise of men killing women in domestic violence. Women hurting men. Some committing suicide physically. I can't go on without you, harming themselves. And if you're still alive physically, oh goodness, you may be still alive physically, but there's a part of you that has never went on. There's a part of you that stayed right where that relationship ended. There's a part of you that stayed right there where that relationship ended. So although you're here physically, you're here to hear the sound of my voice, but you've literally died. A part of you has died. A part of your value as a woman or as a man that says, I can go on. You've died because mentally you're still there. Emotionally, you're still there. It's been years. It's been years. And you can see his or her picture, and it's as if it was yesterday. Because you do understand we never grow past our points of trauma. So whether it's relational trauma with a man and woman, whether it's family trauma, that's why some of us are 45 and 50 and 26, but inside we're children, 5 and 6 years old. Why? Because we never grew past the point of trauma. Never grew past it. So they've gone on with their lives. You won't even date. You won't even date. You won't even open up yourself to receive love again because you're afraid. You're afraid that someone is going to do what the other person did, and you're not allowing yourself permission. You're not giving yourself permission to heal and to be made whole so that you can receive love again. Love is a risk. It is. Just like everything else is a risk. When you sit down in a chair, you don't know whether that chair is going to hold you. You don't know whether that it's going to break. Love is a risk. But some of us, we're dead on the inside because of what someone else did to us. And we never grew past the place of trauma. And why did we not grow past? Why haven't we been able to grow past the point of trauma? Because we keep intoxicating it. We keep drinking poison. We keep suppressing it. Just give me another shot to get my mind off of it. Give me another drink to get my mind off of it. We keep letting people in and out of our lives as if we're revolving doors. And whenever someone feels like they have an itch for you, then there you are to scratch it. Wake up. Be sober. Be sober. You're worth more than that. Sober up. Sober up. You may need to go to NA meeting. You may need to go to NA meeting. Sober up. Sober up. You may need to go to an NA meeting. Sober up. Sober up. It's time to get sober. It's time to get sober. Because guess what? Your life is not getting any shorter. You deserve to be happy within yourself first, because a lot of times you all, what intoxication does is it forces it makes us feel like we're not happy with ourselves. Right? You ever see a person that, the only time they'll have a conversation is if they've been drinking. The only time they can't have a conversation without being intoxicated. Oh goodness, because they're not in tune with who it is that they are. They're not able to speak about certain things and certain matters unless they're intoxicated, unless I put something in my system that will cause me to take my mind off of the sobriety. Wake up. Be sober. Be sober. I challenge you to be sober tonight. I challenge you to be sober, because we cannot be healed to wholeness, you all, if we're intoxicated. If we're intoxicated. Some of us can't function without intoxication, without something to numb us, anything to numb the pain. But can I challenge you, my beloved? Be sober. You're worth it. Not them. I didn't say them. I said you. You're worth it. I said you, not them. Not them. Because you being intoxicated is causing you to live your life for everyone else. You serve everyone else because you're a giver and you've not learned how to leverage who it is that you are. You've not learned how to leverage meaning, having boundaries. So you give yourself away. You throw your pearls to swine. You give yourself to someone or to people that have not proven, oh goodness, that they have the capacity to handle who it is that you are. And so whenever you give yourself without allowing people to be proven, you're always disappointed. You always feel like you get the short end of the stick. Be sober. Save some for yourself. Be sober. Be sober. Be sober. Resuscitate yourself. It's possible. You don't have to be at a place of death in a toxic relationship. You don't have to be at a place of death, meaning you just cut your whole desire for love off because of what someone did to you. Be sober. Wake up out of that coma. Resuscitate. Be resuscitated. You throw away your whole life. You don't even want to take another try at love because of what someone else did. Be resuscitated. Be resuscitated. Be resuscitated because you're worth it. I feel that for someone tonight. I feel that for someone tonight. And you've allowed people to mishandle you for so long. You've allowed people to mishandle you for so long. And I literally see people crying because your heart is broke, because you're like, what am I doing? Why does this always happen to me? Be sober. Have boundaries. Pay attention. Don't drink too much too soon because it alters. It alters. Be in tune with yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself. You have some that don't even like to spend time with yourself. Always have to be in crowds. Always have to be out somewhere. And if you are in, always have to be over someone's house or someone is at your house. Spend time alone with yourself because that's the only way, my loves, that you're going to be able to understand yourself, to know yourself, and to love yourself. It's the only way. It's the only way. So there you have it. Those are the 7 stages of intoxication, from sobriety to death. And so for my people out here, for my kings, my priests, my gems and my jewels, for those of you that are sober, stay sober. Stay sober. Because when you're sober, your life requires someone of the same sobriety, from the same level of sobriety. But if you're intoxicated, if you're at the stage of death with intoxication, 9 times out of 10, you have an alcohol problem. 9 times out of 10, you need to be made whole. You have a cycle that you're going in. Through this process, you found yourself in repeated cycles and you're trying to break them, but you don't know how. Be sober. Don't be afraid to feel the pain, because I promise you. And how can I promise? Because I've walked through lots of pain, lots of stages of pain. And I'm a firm believer. My coin phrase is, one person's journey creates the path of another. And this is why I'm skilled and anointed by God to carry people through, to get people unstuck. Not because I decided I woke up one day and decided to be a relationship coach and a life coach. No, it was because of the many things, because I was intoxicated once. And I had to be resuscitated. I had to be resuscitated back to life, y'all. And now I'm sober. And now I'm sober. So I want you to know that you are worth it. I promise you are. And if there's anyone under the sound of my voice, whether it's today or whether it's next year, whether it's tomorrow, if you are at the place of intoxication to the place of death, be resuscitated. Give yourself another try. Give yourself another try. Give yourself another try. Give yourself permission. Don't give up so easy. Give yourself permission. They don't win. They don't win. They've gone on with their lives. They don't win. Come out of the cycle. Don't allow yourself to be a puppet on a string. You're not a revolving door. Don't allow anyone to put you on ice. What does that mean? They do just enough to keep you close. Oh, goodness, y'all. Sober up. Don't let anyone put you on ice. They do just enough to keep you close. And if you're intoxicated, you will be chill on ice. Oh, God. Until you sober up, you'll be chilling right there on ice. No, y'all. Sober up. Don't let nobody put you on ice. Don't let no one take the best parts of you and take what they want from you and leave the rest. Sober up. You don't let a man be in and out, up and down and all around in your sacred space because you desire love, because you're intoxicated with trauma, that you don't understand your value. Sober up. Men, same for you. Don't be intoxicated with a woman's sexual prowess. Require her to bring something else to the table. That's why the intoxicators, once we remove them out of the way, y'all, love, the sex, the money, the control, the manipulation, once we remove all of that, because those intoxicate us, then we have no choice but to deal soberly. That's why abstinence is best. That's why living a life of sexual purity is best. If you're going to court someone, if you're dating someone, why? Because your decision is not based, it's not clouded. Your judgment is not clouded about how good they are in bed. And you're really supposed to see something before you marry this person, but because you are intoxicated, you can't see it, or you see it, but you ignore it because your vision is blurred. Be sober. Be sober, y'all. I love it. Be sober. Be sober. Be sober. You're worth it. Come from that place. Be resuscitated. Give love another try. Give yourself another try. You deserve to be healed. Be healed. Be made whole. Be resuscitated tonight. Don't allow that, oh, I'm done with relationships. You don't even mean that. If I trace you to your soul, I can guarantee you I'll find someone that's broken that has not been made whole. Now, if you're sober, right? If you're sober and you're saying, I don't desire, to each is its own. Honey, my hand and my feet is right. I desire. Oh, I desire, darling. Oh, yes, I do. But I'm sober. I desire. My priestly king. Yes, I promise you I do. I desire him. In my Patti LaBelle voice, I love, need, and want him. Come on here. So I'm not intoxicated with suppressing how I really feel. Y'all here tonight? Y'all here tonight? Because I'm not certain, ladies, how we can say, I don't need a man in one sentence, and then in the other, I'm waiting for my husband. You have to learn sobriety. Thank you, Jesus. Sobriety, y'all, is having the ability to be in tune with who it is that you are. Spirit, soul, body. I'll say it again. Being sober is the ability to be in tune with yourself. Spirit, soul, and body. That's who we're comprised of. Yeah, that, and when you're sober, you understand that whoever you're going to join yourself with, you have to be compatible spirit, oh God, soul, and body. Yeah, spirit, soul, and body. Spirit, soul, and body. So be resuscitated tonight. Be resuscitated tonight, you all. Give yourself another chance. I challenge you to be made whole. I promise you're worth it, sweetheart. I promise, priest, you're worth it. I don't care how she beat you down. I don't care how much she told you you are nothing. I don't care what she said to you. Priest, you are worth it tonight. I promise you are. So I challenge you to be resuscitated. And don't live your life with your loins. But I promise you're worth it. Be resuscitated. And allow your emotions to be present. Because of what she did to you, because of how she broke you down, you still see people, you still sleep with women, but they'll never get that part of you. They'll never get that aspect of you. Be resuscitated, priest. Oh God. Be resuscitated. Come out of that place of death. What place of death? Where that woman left you. That place of death where she left you. I know she left you. I know she took your kids. I know she got you for child support. I know all of that. But be resuscitated so that you can be restored. Do y'all know God will restore? Y'all know that? Are y'all here tonight? Be resuscitated so you can be restored. I know, sis. I get it. I get it. All that you poured into him. I get it. Be resuscitated so you can be restored. I promise you're worth it. I promise you are. I promise you're worth it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be resuscitated from the fear to love again. Oh God. Woo. Be resuscitated from the fear to love again. Because you desire, but because you're in the stage of death and you're in the stage of a coma, you won't even allow yourself to feel. Be resuscitated, y'all. That's my challenge for you. Be resuscitated. Be in tune with who it is that you are. And if you don't know, get with God because he's the nucleus of all of this. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. I didn't know how to love myself until I found God. I promise you I didn't. I didn't know my value, y'all. And I was intoxicated into thinking when I was at the place of death, when I was at the place of staggering, I was intoxicated into thinking that's what I wanted. But I did not clearly know and understand who I was. And it wasn't until I got with my manufacturer, because my parts was all over the place. They wasn't working because they was out of sync. So if you don't know where to begin, start with the manufacturer. Start with the manufacturer. So be resuscitated, you all. Give yourselves another chance. Be resuscitated from that place. Be resuscitated from that place. Give yourself another chance to breathe again, to love again, to receive again, to try again. Don't be afraid. Because your fear will make you be afraid. And you're like, because I'm afraid because I don't want to feel that pain again. But my darling, what if it's not pain? What if it's sober euphoria? Oh God. What if it's life in the garden? What if it's something that you've always dreamed of? What if it's something that your inner heart desires? What if it's answer to your prayer? What if? What if, y'all? What if? So be resuscitated tonight. Be resuscitated tonight. Be resuscitated tonight. Be resuscitated tonight. Okay, be resuscitated. I had an amazing, amazing time with you all tonight. Join us next week. You have a chance to order your book, www.nogreenbeans.com. You still have a chance to order it before next week. We're going to be doing another live book review, okay? So until next time, be resuscitated, you all. Until next time, be resuscitated and give yourself another chance. Mwah! I love you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.